What if the biggest shock of the 2025 Club World Cup isn't who wins, but who plays? What if I told you Neymar is just days away from joining Pachuca? Pachuca, Liga MX, Mexico. It sounds unreal, like someone hacked Football Manager and hit Simulate Chaos. But this isn't a rumor you can scroll past. This is a story unfolding fast, with money on the table, deals in motion, and a deadline just days away. And if this happens, Neymar could be stepping onto the pitch against Real Madrid in a Pachuca shirt. Stick around, because what's happening behind the scenes might just rewrite the rules of global football. Just weeks before the 2025 Club World Cup begins in the United States, a name has shaken not only Liga MX but the entire football world. Neymar could wear the white and blue of Pachuca. A short-term deal, 1 month, one shot, a global stage, and if all goes right, a face-off with Real Madrid. Let that sink in. The rumor started quietly. A report in Brazil claimed that Pachuca had reached out to Neymar's father, also his agent. They wanted to know if the Brazilian star would be open to a 1-month loan for the Club World Cup. That's all. No formal offer. Just a question. But when Neymar is involved, nothing stays quiet. By the next morning, the football world was buzzing.
Para ser participado en este torneo es algo único y creo que todo el mundo está muy orgulloso.
And then it got serious. Mexican outlets picked it up. South American journalists backed it. Santos FC, Neymar's current club, confirmed that they were aware of the talks. Suddenly, what sounded like a dream started looking like a real option. Neymar, out of contract by the end of June, is free to choose. And Pachuca? They're going all in. Let's be clear. Neymar's situation isn't simple. Since his return to Santos, he's played only 12 matches and scored 3 goals. Injuries have slowed him, but his name still holds power. Sponsors chase him. Cameras follow him. Jerseys with his name fly off shelves. And that's exactly what Pachuca sees. A unique chance to make a statement on the world stage.
Infelizmente, tomara que não seja nada mais grave, mas
They've just said goodbye to Guillermo Almada, the coach who helped bring the team back to glory. The man who led them to a Liga MX title in 2022.
En la capital hidalguense, el club de fútbol Pachuca es campeón por 7ª ocasión en su historia. El desfile como monarca era necesario. Al menos 8,000 aficionados.
The one who gave them belief and an identity. Now, just 2 weeks before the Club World Cup, they stand at a crossroads. A new coach is coming. The squad is being reshaped. And in the middle of it all, the biggest story in Mexican football might be unfolding. Neymar. The Club World Cup starts on June 18th. Pachuca's first match is against Red Bull Salzburg. It's not a walk in the park. Win that, and they go into Group H with 2 giants, Real Madrid and Al Hilal. Yes, Al Hilal, Neymar's former club. That alone is a storyline worthy of headlines. Neymar versus his old team. Neymar versus the kings of Europe. And all of this wearing Pachuca colors. FIFA allows clubs to sign temporary reinforcements for this tournament under a special transfer window. So Pachuca can legally make this move. And from the sound of it, they're already preparing everything behind the scenes. RTI Esporte says Neymar's side asked for $5 million. Other reports say it's closer to $5.6 million. Whatever the number is, Pachuca is doing the math. And the math makes sense. You sign Neymar and suddenly your matches are being watched across continents. Sponsors line up, merchandise flies, TV ratings explode. Pachuca, a club that has long fought for recognition beyond Mexico, becomes global overnight. It's not just a transfer. It's a moment, a message, a declaration that Mexican football has the ambition to go beyond borders. But here's what's even more impressive. Pachuca isn't betting everything on Neymar. They've already signed Robert Kennedy from Real Valladolid, Jose Castillo from Chivas, and Agustin Palavecino from Necaxa. They're close to bringing in Federico Pereira, the Uruguayan defender who just had a solid run with Toluca. The squad is being built with or without Neymar. But with him, that's next level. There's talk that Neymar's camp was the one to make the first move, offering his services to several Club World Cup teams. If true, that means he's open to the idea. He's curious. He wants something new, and Pachuca might just be offering the perfect blend of competition, comfort, and attention. Neymar has always been about moments. That backheel assist at Barça, the Olympic gold with Brazil,
gives Brazil their first ever Olympic gold medal.
The flicks, the stepovers, the celebrations. He's done it all. But he's never played in Mexico. He's never been the face of an entire league. This could be the fresh chapter he's looking for. A short stint, yes, but one that could redefine how the world sees Liga MX. Of course, there are concerns. He hasn't played a full season since 2022. His fitness is a question. Can he handle the intensity of knockout matches? Can he perform against Real Madrid? These are fair doubts. But let's not forget, he's Neymar. Even at 70%, he brings something no one else does. And if he plays just 3 matches and gives fans one magic moment, one goal, one dribble past 3 defenders, it's worth it.
Just sheer delight.
Santos president Marcelo Teixeira is watching all of this closely. If Neymar leaves now, Santos won't get a transfer fee. But if the deal benefits the player and brings global visibility, maybe that's the right move. The key word here is visibility. Pachuca is offering Neymar a global stage. Not just for football, but for his brand, his legacy. And it's not just about football. Pachuca's board is reportedly working on a much bigger plan. Neymar wouldn't just be a player, he'd be an ambassador, the face of the Pachuca group, a link to their academies, their campaigns, even their US projects. We're talking about a whole ecosystem being built around this move. Internal sources say everything's moving fast. Fans are already reacting. Twitter is blowing up with jerseys edited to show Neymar in white and blue. Chants are being written. Some are dreaming of Copa Libertadores nights with Neymar leading the charge. This isn't just a transfer rumor, it's an emotional wave. What's also fascinating is how silent Pachuca has been officially. No press releases, no denials. But their social media has been dropping hints, Brazil flags, star emojis, cryptic videos, the kind of stuff that fuels speculation. And fans? They're hooked, they're dreaming, they're waiting. But they're also cautious, because this kind of move doesn't happen often in Mexico. Yes, we've had Ronaldinho, Dani Alves, even Gignac. But Neymar, that's another level. That's a global superstar at the height of his fame, choosing Liga MX. And it could really happen. The deadline is June 10th. That's when the Club World Cup squad must be finalized. So if this is going to happen, it'll happen fast. We're days away from knowing. Days away from possibly seeing the most shocking transfer in Mexican football history become real. For Pachuca, this is about more than a tournament. It's about legacy, about building something unforgettable. They've already lost Almada. They're already rebuilding. But this is something different. This is them stepping into a spotlight most clubs can only dream of. And for Neymar, this might be his final surprise. A short spell in a new country, adored by fans, admired by a league hungry for recognition. A final chapter before Copa America or another return to Europe. A reminder that even at 33, he can still dominate headlines and shake up the football world. I've watched Pachuca evolve over the years, from a solid domestic side to a team that dares to dream big. I've seen their highs, their lows, and their fight to be more than just another name in Liga MX. This could be the story that changes everything. Will Neymar sign? Will he play in Hidalgo? Will we see him dance past defenders in the Club World Cup? No one knows for sure, but the fact that we're even asking these questions means something big is already happening. And if it happens, we'll never forget it. And now, we wait. The clock is ticking. The paperwork is moving. The whispers are growing louder. In just a few days, we'll know if Neymar rewrites football history once again, not in Paris, not in Barcelona, but in Pachuca. If this deal goes through, it won't just be a transfer. It'll be a moment, one we'll talk about for years. And if it doesn't, then for a few wild days we all believed in something bigger than the game. Either way, you don't want to miss what happens next. So hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a comment. Should Neymar take the leap? Or should he stay away from Pachuca? This story isn't over. Not even close. I'll see you in the next one.